everyone, ever wondered about the biggest cosmic what if out there? What if our amazing sun, the giver of all life, just vanished? Poof! Gone. It's a terrifying thought, right? But here's the kicker. We wouldn't even know for a full 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long its light takes to reach us here on Earth. So, for a little while, we'd all be carrying on, completely unaware of the cosmic silence that's already taken hold. Imagine that the ultimate blindside, but then, 8 minutes and 21 seconds later, everything changes. The light goes out, obviously, but way more immediate and terrifying. Gravity gone. Earth, now completely unanchored, would instantly hurl itself tangentially into the vast, black abyss of space at a mind-boggling 30 kilometers per second. There would be no more orbit, just an unstoppable journey into the unknown. It's truly the moment our planet becomes a lonely nomad. Now, let's fast forward to the first 24 hours after this cosmic catastrophe. Initially, the panic would be psychological, pure and utter disbelief. But the physical changes, they'd be swift. And trust me, they'd be brutal. Imagine day instantly turning into a final, eternal night. Global temperatures would hold for a short while, thanks to the massive heat stored in our oceans and atmosphere. But cities worldwide, they'd plunge into darkness almost immediately. Power grids overloaded by millions of desperate hands flipping switches. It would be pure chaos. And then, the quiet killer, photosynthesis. Within minutes of the light failing, the fundamental engine of almost all life on Earth would simply stop. Most small plants, from the tiniest plankton to the grass under our feet, would die within hours. This would immediately collapse the entire base of our global food web. The ripple effect. Devastating, but perhaps the most chilling aspect. The psychological toll. The human mind just isn't wired for perpetual darkness. Can you imagine the acute depression, the mass hysteria, the widespread social disorder as the grim reality of permanent night finally sinks in? It would be a true test of our collective sanity. Fast forward a few weeks, and we'd be entering phase 2, the deep freeze. This is where our world would start its true descent into an icy tomb. Our vast oceans, those incredible buffers, would keep average global temperatures above freezing for a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 months. But inland, without the sun's warming rays, temperatures would plummet rapidly. Within just 1 week, the global average would drop to a chilling 0 degrees Celsius. Within a month, the average temperature would settle around minus 18 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Rain and snow would still fall, but weather patterns would become incredibly erratic and violent as the heat gradients vanish. Most surface water, including our beautiful lakes and rivers, would rapidly freeze solid. Imagine that, a world encased in ice. The oceans would be our last beacon of hope. Their massive thermal inertia is the only thing that would keep life viable. The surface would freeze into a thick, impenetrable layer of ice. Yes. But the water below, insulated by that very ice, could remain liquid for 1,000 years. This incredible phenomenon would create isolated pockets of life, think hydrothermal vents and deep-sea craters that would survive the longest, a testament to life's tenacity. So, if humanity were to somehow survive this unthinkable scenario, where would we go and what would we eat? That brings us to phase 3, the human fortress. Our race for power would be critical. Hydroelectric, geothermal, and nuclear power would become the only viable long-term energy sources. Our bustling cities would have to be abandoned for isolated power hubs, and the new global currency. Stored food and, of course, heat. The most realistic long-term solution would be to move underground. Deep caves, repurposed military bunkers, or even geothermal heated urban core could offer stable temperatures and crucial insulation. We'd rely on geoponics, growing food entirely under artificial UV light, powered by our nuclear energy. It's a vision of humanity adapting in the most extreme way possible. Farming cows or large mammals, completely unsustainable in this new world. Instead, humanity would rely on fungi, insects, algae, and small-scale fish farming in protected, geothermal heated reservoirs. The world would become a planet of extreme scarcity, defined entirely by resource control. It's a harsh reality, but perhaps a possible one. Now, let's gaze into the deep time, millennia after the Great Blackout. This is Phase 4, the eternal drift. As temperatures eventually drop to absolute zero over countless millennia, Earth's nitrogen and oxygen atmosphere would begin to freeze and fall to the ground as a thin layer of icy snow. Our beautiful blue planet would essentially become an airless, rocky, cryogenic sphere, a ghost world, drifting silently. Earth would continue its lonely drift through the cosmos. If it ever encountered a star, it might be pulled into a new, stable orbit. Or, more likely, it could be instantly destroyed. The odds of a comfortable capture are infinitesimally small. For all practical purposes, Earth would be utterly lost to the endless darkness of interstellar space, a galactic wanderer, forever searching. What about the incredible life clinging to those deep-sea vents? They might survive for hundreds of thousands of years, living off the geothermal heat. But without the sun's energy driving the complex cycles of the entire planet, even these final, resilient outposts would eventually face resource depletion. Even the toughest life can't defy the universe forever. So, the disappearance of the sun, while a terrifying thought experiment, is the ultimate test of survival. It shows us with stark clarity that life, resilient as it is utterly dependent on those cosmic constants. For now, the sun shines brightly, and we live, we thrive, we dream. But if that great engine of light were to ever fail, the clock would truly tick for humanity, measuring our survival in hours, then weeks, and then a desperate, long, freezing silence. It really makes you appreciate the warmth on your face today, doesn't it? How long do you honestly think humanity could truly survive underground in a scenario like this? What about the life clinging to the deep-sea vents? They might survive for hundreds of thousands of years, living off geothermal heat. But without the sun's energy driving the complex cycles of the planet, even these final, resilient outposts will eventually face resource depletion. The disappearance of the sun is the ultimate test of survival. It shows us that life, resilient as it is utterly dependent on cosmic constants. For now, the sun shines, and we live. But if that great engine of light were to fail, the clock would tick for humanity, measuring our survival in hours, weeks, and then a desperate, long, freezing silence. Share your wildest thoughts and theories in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And for more deep dives into these mind-bending, catastrophic cosmic scenarios, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Your support helps us explore these incredible questions. Thanks for watching.